Nobody cared if the rumor was true. Once they decided I was the gay kid with a crush on Mason Thorne, it didn't matter if I denied it 100 times, they turned on me like wolves. Funny thing? The only person who didn't join the witch hunt was Mason himself, the boy who'd supposedly wrecked my life. It started with a whisper behind a locker. Then a screenshot of a message I never sent. Then a meme. By Friday, someone carved FAG into my homeroom desk. I stopped showing up on Monday. Mom tried to talk to the school. Didn't help. I told her I just needed time, maybe take my GED, maybe transfer. But deep down, I wasn't afraid of the classes. I was afraid of seeing him. Mason Thorne, captain of the swim team, AP student, tall and golden and everything I wasn't. They said I stared at him too much in biology. That I got hard once in the locker room when he walked by. Stupid crap. Lies. I kept to myself, always had. So how the hell did this become the thing that defined me? I didn't expect to see him again. Not at all. So when I was walking home that Wednesday afternoon, hood up, earbuds in, I didn't expect the black Mercedes to pull up next to me. And I sure as hell didn't expect the tinted window to roll down and reveal Mason's mom. Jessie? Sweetheart, can you help me with something at the house? Mason's. Worried. Worried? I hesitated. I should have said no. Should have kept walking. But I nodded. His house was just as enormous and cold as I remembered from the one time I'd gone there for a group project. Marble everything. No family photos. Mason's mom smiled, tight and practiced. He's in the cellar, just organizing things for his dad. Could you tell him I stepped out? I didn't even have time to question why she wouldn't text him. The door clicked shut behind me before I reached the stairs. The wine cellar was 3 floors down. Humid, dark, quiet. I found Mason crouched near a stack of vintage bottles, looking startled like I'd caught him in the middle of stealing. "What are you doing here?" he asked, his voice way too calm for someone who hadn't spoken to me in 3 months. "Your mom said you needed help." He frowned. "My mom's in Palm Springs." My heart dropped. She picked me up. She said you needed me. And then the door slammed. We both ran up, but it was locked. From the outside. No cell signal. "She tricked you," he said. "She trapped us in here." My voice cracked. "Why?" "I don't know," Mason said, but he looked like he was lying. The hours stretched. The air turned heavy. We tried shouting, banging. Nothing. I sat on the floor, hugging my knees. He paced. "You okay?" he asked eventually. I laughed bitterly. Locked in a damn wine cellar with the guy everyone thinks I jerked off to every night. Living the dream. Silence. Then, "Did you?" he asked. I whipped my head toward him. "Are you serious?" He flushed. "I didn't mean forget it." "No, you did mean it. So what if I did? It's not like you stood up for me when they ruined my life." I didn't know what to say. "You didn't have to say anything. Just not laugh with them would have been enough." His jaw tightened. "You think I laughed?" "I think you stayed silent, which felt worse." He sat down across from me, rubbing his face. I was scared too. I stared. "Of what?" "You were the golden boy. That they'd think it was true." The silence between us thickened. I hated him, and I missed him. Somewhere past midnight, the conversation turned soft. Mason told me about his father. The pressure, the expectations, the strictness, how coming out, even as an ally, could risk his future. "Ally?" I asked. He looked at me. "I didn't say I was straight." My breath caught. He continued. "They told me you stared. Truth is, I stared first. I didn't know whether to cry or scream. Instead, I said, 'Then why?' Because I couldn't afford for it to be true. You were easy to sacrifice." A bitter tear slipped down my cheek. "So you let them destroy me." He reached over hesitantly, hand brushing mine. "I never wanted to hurt you. I just didn't want anyone to know I felt something. For you." I looked at him, really looked for the first time in months. His eyes were raw, no longer cold or perfect. Just a boy. A scared, flawed boy. "I should hate you," I whispered. "Do you?" I didn't answer. But I didn't pull my hand away. We slept leaning against each other. When the door creaked open at dawn, no explanation, no apology, just his housekeeper saying the power had gone out, and the door system reset. I felt strangely disappointed. The world outside the cellar was loud, sharp, real. Back in the hallway, he turned to me, hair a mess, shirt wrinkled. "Do you want to come back?" he asked. "To school?" "To me." I shook my head. "I don't want to be your secret. I don't want to hide anymore." "Then prove it." Mason did. He showed up at school hand in hand with me 2 days later. Some students stared, some sneered, some smiled. He didn't flinch. Neither did I.
Rumors di eventuali.
Truths don't. And the truth is, the night I thought would break me trapped in a cold, damp cellar with the boy I tried to forget turned out to be the night I realized I wasn't alone. I was loved. And finally, I wasn't ashamed of it. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with the latest videos.